Hello, Thursday the 11th of September 2014. Lots of little messages and a couple of emails today, boys and girls. But first, Scotland. Scotland. Wherever you are in the world, you cannot fail to miss items on the news about a possible breakaway from Scotland from the United Kingdom. Now, there's all sorts of politics involved here, and money, this, that and the other. I want you, for a moment, to cast that aside, especially if you're Scottish. If you're Scottish. I just want to say, we don't want you to go. Why would you want to break away from us? Isn't it nice to have just one big happy family? Casting aside all these bloody Alex Salmon and Cameron and all that. Forget about the politicians. Isn't it just nice that we're all together? And I just want to say, please don't go. That's all I want to say. Please don't go. I think it's a big, big mistake. It'd be bad for you. It'd be bad for us. It's like getting a knife and cutting it across both of us. Don't go. We don't want you to go. And that's all I want to say on the subject. Please, please, if you're Scottish, when the vote comes next, is it next week or the week after, one of the two, then vote no. Stay together. It's just nice to be together, isn't it? All right, that's that. Very pleased, as it's Thursday here in the UK. Just a reminder, you know what's tonight? Channel 5, 10 o'clock, Dallas is on. That's tonight. The iPhone 6 has been announced. Oh, yes, and already these people have started queuing. It's not out for another week. In the Daily Mail today, it says, people are waiting. This is yesterday's paper. Wednesday's paper. People are waiting outside Apple stores in London, Sydney and Tokyo, with some people setting up camp in New York over a week ago. Some are genuine fans who want to be the first to own the new handsets. Others have kind of, got their place in the queue, and they're hoping to sell their place in the queue for up to £1,000. Now, why have you got to be one of the... Oh dear! I really must get a proper stand for this camera now. It's balanced on an iPhone 5 case. Honestly, it is. With this... Look what's holding it up. A stapler. Is it like this at the BBC or CBS? Oh, God, am I upside down though? Come back the other way now. Come here. That's it. There we are. I was upside down for a moment. There we are. Is that better? That'll do, wouldn't it? It's all bits of tape and held together with string in here. Anyway, why on earth do you want to be the first person to own an iPhone 6? I mean, all you've got to wait is a few weeks. You haven't got to stand out queuing in the wind and the rain and the cold, or even if it's hot at night. Oh, I just don't get it. And they've got Apple Watches as well. I don't really have an interest in a wearable thing. Why do you want an Apple Watch? You've got the bloody phone. Why do you want a watch as well? It all does the same thing. And apparently, I don't know, the way I understand it, the phone only works with... the watch only works if you've got a phone near it. So, I don't get it. I don't get it. So there we are, Apple iPhone 6. How exciting. Will I be buying one? No. And the reason I won't be buying one yet is because I've only just bought an iPhone 5S because I lost the other one, didn't I, a couple of months ago? So I'm certainly not going to shell out a few more £100 now. Especially, we've got to make cutbacks. I might have a bit of bad news in a couple of weeks. Yes, one of the jobs, I won't say which one of the jobs I work at has just had a change of management. And I don't think they like karaoke. And it's a little bit concerning because I love the job. I love the job, but this happens. This is the business I'm in. Someone comes along, doesn't like either you, what you're doing, or the type of thing you're doing, and bang, you're out. Just like that. Doesn't matter how long you've been there, you're out. And it would be a shame, a big mistake, because these are successful nights, very successful nights, especially if you have a look at the other pubs in the same area on those particular days. They're all dead. There's no one in them. And we do quite well. But I get this, and usually I'm right, I get this feeling that we're on a little short lead there, and new management take over next Monday. And I get the feeling it's going to be bye-bye. So I hope not, because I enjoy it. I absolutely love doing those jobs. But there you go. And once a decision's made, there's no point whatsoever in arguing. There's no point, because these people, they come in, they've already made up their mind completely. So they say, bye-bye, okay, thank you very much for the work, see you soon, and just leave it at that. Absolutely no point in arguing with them at all. So that's, keep fingers crossed for me for that one, okay? Some messages coming in, apart from about yesterday's show. You remember I went to see another job, which was for every other Saturday, and I turned it down because I just didn't like the area. Yeah, I sat in the car and I thought, oh, this don't look good. Terry says, by the way you described the gig, you did the right thing. Don't feel guilty. I do feel guilty, Terry, because I said I'd do those 2 dates. I do feel guilty. You know, on the other hand, I've handed the job back to the person that arranged it for me to find somewhere else. So I don't feel totally guilty. Because I'm a man of my word. Once I say yes, it gets done. Unless there's something really not right. And that's how I felt. There was something... And I've never, ever turned a job down. Never. Brandon says you did the right thing turning down a job. One word stood out for me when you said that story, and the word is violence. Nobody should be subjected to violence, especially if you... Oh, I don't know. I like a little bit of violence now and again, Brandon. You feel free to come up and smack me around the face one day. Okay? I'll enjoy it. I will enjoy it. I used to enjoy having a cane at school. Oh, it doesn't matter. They don't do that anymore at school, do they? They just take away all the fun, don't they? They really do. Eloise says, you made the right choice about the job. Always trust your instincts, and Ronnie's too. You're right about, and she says, you're also right about temptations at the garden centre. Oh, don't. I keep buying things. Oh, no. Yesterday, I was having my car serviced. It needed, not car service, needed a new bulb. But they wanted to check the oil at the same time. Usually I do the bulb myself. But as it was going in to have the oil level checked, because there was something wrong with the oil level when I went in for service last week, I said, oh, you might as well do the bulb at the same time. So I got that done. I got that done in the car place. Now, where were we going with that one? I can't remember what I was going to go on about now. You were saying about temptations at the garden centre. And I got onto cars. How on earth did I get onto my car? Oh. Oh, well, not to worry. Let's go back to this. You're right about temptations at the garden centre. This week I went to buy grass and seed and came back with an additional 100 spring bulbs to plant. The thing is with those bulbs, Eloise, you know, I do that as well. I buy loads of bulbs and then you suddenly realise, well, where are you going to put them? You've run out of little holes. You know what I bought today? A bulb planter. Oh, much better than a trowel, Eloise. You've got to get one. It's a round thing, and you kind of push it in the ground, pull it out, and like a big plug of earth comes out. You drop the bulb in, push it down, squeeze the things together. The mouth opens, lets the earth go, and move on to the next one. Much easier than a trowel, dear. Bulb planter. Bet you can get that on Amazon. She said, loved hearing you and Ronnie sing. Ronnie did a great job and was moving around to the beat, just like Barry. He moves around to the beat, does Ronnie. He does, he moves. He used to dance on the stage where I was DJing about 20 years ago at this place in Camden Town called the Black Cap. I was there 18 years. That is really good. That's a good gig. 18 years in one place is something I'm quite proud of, actually. And he used to dance on the stage on a Saturday night. That's when I was going out with him. Would I what? No, absolutely not. No. There is no way I'd go out with him again. I know far too much about him now. Thank you very much. Brandon is waving to Wendy. Hello, Wendy from Brandon. You're right, Wendy. And Wendy says, I want to eat that chocolate cosmos flower. Oh, you would want to, Wendy, if you smelt it. That plant really does smell strongly of chocolate. I put it in a big pot now. We'll do a video from the garden again soon, and I can show you everything. Brandon says, please don't eat the flowers, Wendy. We don't want you dying. Chris needs as many viewers as possible. That's right. Please, Wendy. I can't have anyone dying off, please. Please. No dying. We can't afford to lose viewers. Wendy also says, I know what you mean, Chris, by some places making you feel uneasy. I went to a place called Bracknell once and felt the same way. Excuse me, Bracknellites are very, very friendly people. Very, very friendly people. Groups of lads, sort of 25 to 30, often walk past the house and get dragged in here. They do. Brandon says, I went to Bracknell once too, Wendy, to sell ice creams in a park. True story. Why didn't you say? When was that? I could have come and met you. You could have given me a free ice cream. Chris knows the area I'm talking about. Yes, I know what you mean. You mean Southfield Park, where they had a, was it a fun fair or a circus? Fun fair. They had a fun fair on there, didn't they? I didn't know you were doing that there. Why didn't you tell me? Joyce says, I think you did the right thing turning that job down. You should always go with your gut decision. If you didn't feel comfortable there with Ronnie waiting for you in the car, just think how you'd feel if you were by yourself. Yeah, I mean, it's just awful, awful. So there we are. Oh, there's a bit more of that message, which has got cut off somehow. That keeps happening, doesn't it? 1 minute, I'll try and find it for you. Searching now. Please stand by, boys and girls. There it is. Joyce says, I can't leave the garden store, or any store for that matter, with only one thing. I'm an impulse buyer. And you are Ronnie. And you and Ronnie were doing great karaoke. Very impressed. But why didn't you sing something Barry? Oh, because I usually sing something Barry. That's the only reason, Joyce. I usually do sing something Barry. I thought I'd do a change this time. How are we doing? Oh, 11 minutes. We'll leave it there. 2 emails here, which will come up on tomorrow's show, or maybe even on Saturday's live show. Email address, if you want to send anything in, it's chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. And finally on the show today, I want to leave you with this beautiful picture of Joyce's new Doberman dog. It's beautiful. She's had it a couple of weeks now, and its name, oh, hang on, let me see if I can find the name. What was it? The name is, oh, the name of the dog, Merlot. What a good name, Merlot the dog. Here's a picture of it to finish with. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.